So for Word Chapter 1, Pause and Practice 3, I have the same file up that we've been working with. We're just going to continue. And I'm going to move through my ebook until I get to the page that says Pause and Practice 1-3. And just like before, I already have it open and I have it saved as the ending file. So I don't really have to do these things. So I'm going to start at step number 3. Change the line and paragraph spacing for the entire document. So that's what this step is going to do. So here's how we do it. First of all, we use that key combination that we've done several times, Control A, because we want to apply this change to the entire document. And so I want to take just a second to talk about formatting fonts and formatting paragraphs and formatting documents. So a font change can happen on an individual letter, right? I could make one letter bold, right? I could do that. A paragraph, so any of the things in here can be as small as one character. It could be, you know, part of a character, of a word. It's specific to a font. Paragraph, if I do anything in this and I'm in this paragraph, any of these changes will happen to this paragraph. I don't have to select the paragraph, I just have to be in it. But if I choose to do a change over multiple paragraphs, then I would need to select them all. If I'm just doing a change to a single paragraph, I just have to be in that paragraph. If I want to do it across multiple paragraphs, then I need to select it. And in this case, I'm selecting the entire document because I want this change to happen to the entire document. So we've selected everything, and now we're going to do the paragraph dialog box launcher, which is this little button that's at the edge of some, not all, of these groups on the ribbon. So this brings up the commands, all of the commands that have to do with paragraph or have to do with font, because not everything on the ribbon, that's not all there is necessarily. If there is no little dialog box launcher, then that means everything for that category. Let me cancel out of here and show you. So if I look at editing, there is no more to editing than what's here because there's no little button here. This one, there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more. No, 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 right? So this will get you to all the other commands about that category, if you will, that group. So we're going to do the paragraph dialog box launcher, and we want to change the line spacing to single. So right here is spacing and line spacing. So right now you can see it's at multiple spacing 1.08. That's why we got that little extra white space. Going to change it to single, but I'm not going to hit OK yet because I want to look at this before and after. So remember in the last movie I talked about how a paragraph could have white space above it and below it, right? So this is telling me that all of these, every time I hit this enter to do a new paragraph, there's no extra white space above it, but after I'm going to get 0.8, right? So this, I'm getting 8 points of white after. This, I'm getting 8 points of white after. 8 points of white after. I want to change that to 12. So I'm just going to click that up, and that's going to give me actually a little more white space between the paragraphs. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. When I do that, watch my text in the background, right? So it adjusted, right? So the lines within the paragraphs are tighter, but the space between the paragraphs has expanded. So one of the things that we do is if I am putting this on like a printed letterhead, like my company's got a pre-printed document with the logo and the address and all that, oftentimes I need to bring this down to accommodate that logo and header on that paper. And most people just do enter, enter, enter. Well, that's bad. That's a bad thing to do. What you really want to do is just use that before spacing to add extra white space. And so in this case, I only want to add that extra white space above this one paragraph, not all of them. So I'm going to go to another way. So we saw we could do the before and after paragraph here, spacing here. The other place is in the layout tab on the ribbon. And right here, look, you have that same thing, spacing before and after. And so this time I want to add a before to 72 points. And what did I say 72 points equals? Roughly, it's about a 1 inch, right? 72 points equals 1 inch. So what I've done is I've spaced down 1 inch. All right, change the paragraph alignment of selected text. All right, so some things in here we want to change how it's aligned. Right now, everything, if I go home, everything's left aligned. So I want to do the subject. Now, look, this is in the paragraph. So do I have to select that entire line? I do not. I only need to be in the paragraph. And then I want to change it to center. So that one paragraph, which in this case is one line, is now centered, affecting nothing else, didn't have to select it, just had to be in it. So we're getting pretty close to the end. So I'm going to finish up starting with step 6 through the end on the next movie. Thank you.